I summon the family to me. It is I, Destiny of the Endless, who calls you.
What do you get when the personification of dreams, death, desire, and despair walk into the same room? No, it's not a bad joke. It's the most anticipated moment in Netflix's fantasy saga, and it's finally here. The Endless are reuniting. But this isn't just a family gathering, it's a funeral march. Because Season 2 of The Sandman isn't just bringing the band back together, it's also wrapping up the entire show. 2 parts, 11 episodes, one final dream. And once you see what's coming, you'll question where the dream ends and the nightmare begins. Back in 2022, The Sandman debuted with the impossible task of adapting Neil Gaiman's literary epic, a story about gods, dreams, and the end of everything. Fans called it unfilmable. Netflix said, challenge accepted, and against all odds, they nailed it. Tom Sturridge's quiet storm of a performance as Dream, Kirby Howell-Baptiste's moving portrayal of death, and Mason Alexander Park's mischievous turn as Desire helped bring the Endless to life. And yet, we never saw them all together. Not once. Now, Season 2 is flipping that script. We finally meet Destiny. Delirium arrives in chaos. And destruction, the black sheep of the family, might be the key to everything. But here's the twist. Just as the Endless gather, the story ends. Season 2 will be the last season, a decision shaped by creative vision and real-world controversy. So, what does this finale look like? What secrets lie in the shadows of Dream's kingdom? And what does it mean when eternity itself starts running out of time? Let's dive into the dream, one last time. Cut to a massive candlelit room. Shadows flicker, 7 figures appear. Some familiar, some brand new. It's not just a teaser, it's a revelation. For the first time, all 7 Endless siblings, Dream, Death, Desire, Despair, Destiny, Delirium, and Destruction are sharing the screen. If you've read the comics, you know how big this is. Their dynamic is equal parts celestial opera and dysfunctional Thanksgiving dinner. Let's break it down. Destiny, played by Adrian Lester, is the oldest. He's not a prophet. He's the literal embodiment of fate. He carries a book where every moment, past and future, is already written. Delirium, Esme Creed Miles, used to be Delight. Now, she's a walking chaos storm in human form, fragmented, unpredictable, and often more profound than she seems. Destruction, Barry Sloane, is the wild card. He walked away from his duties centuries ago. Why? Because even destruction can grow tired of death. And the trailer makes one thing clear. Something is pulling them back together. And it's not a reunion anyone's looking forward to. The stakes? Cosmic. Because when the Endless come together, something big is happening. So, what is this season about? From what we know, Season 2 adapts 2 crucial arcs, Season of Mists and Brief Lives. And if those names don't mean anything to you, here's why you should care. In Season of Mists, Dream returns to Hell, but Lucifer's gone. They've abandoned their post, and the key to Hell is now in Dream's hands. Every pantheon, gods, demons, fae, even angels, wants it. And Dream, he has to decide who gets it, and who burns. In Brief Lives, we dive into the most human part of this cosmic epic. Dream and Delirium set out to find their missing brother, Destruction. It's a road trip of gods, and what they find will change everything. Both arcs explore choice, consequence, and the weight of immortality. Dream may control the realm of sleep, but he can't outrun regret. Now add the twist. This is the last season. Not because the stories run dry, but because Netflix has pulled the plug. After a stunning debut and a rocky production cycle, including a spin-off, Dead Boy Detectives, that barely left a ripple, The Sandman is being wrapped up with 11 episodes, split across 2 parts. Part 1 drops July 3rd, 6 episodes. Part 2 follows on July 24th, 5 episodes. That's an unusually short gap. Typically, Netflix splits finales over months, not weeks. The message, they want this wrapped fast. And while it may be enough to tell a satisfying ending, it raises a question. Are we seeing Gaiman's full vision, or just a rushed goodbye? Let's talk about the shadow, behind the show. In early 2025, a New York Magazine piece brought forward allegations against Neil Gaiman, the creator of The Sandman. The studio hasn't made official statements connecting the two, but fans noticed the timing. Just weeks after the article dropped, Netflix announced that Season 2 would be the last. Coincidence? Maybe. But here's the thing. The story of The Sandman is not short. The comic runs 75 issues. The first season only covered the first 2 arcs. If they plan to wrap everything in Season 2, something's getting cut. Fans have questions. Will we see the kindly ones? What about the final battle between Dream and the Furies? Will Daniel, the future Dream, be introduced? Or are we getting a streamlined swan song? A condensed tale about the Endless without the true end of the Sandman? Whatever the case, this isn't just a fantasy show. It's a legacy, now balancing between beauty and backlash. So where does this leave us? The Sandman Season 2 is shaping up to be a bittersweet miracle, a visual feast, an emotional gut punch, and a farewell tour wrapped into one. We're getting the Endless together. We're getting Dream's most personal journeys. We're getting Lucifer, Orpheus, Loki, and more. But we're also getting a curtain call, maybe too early, maybe too fast. This was never just a story about dreams. It was a story built like a dream. Strange, layered, sometimes disjointed, but always meaningful. And like all dreams, it ends. The question isn't why it ends. The question is, will you wake up satisfied, or will you be left wishing for one more night in the dreaming? Fade to black, a single flickering candle. The silhouette of Dream. Voiceover. We of the Endless do not end, but sometimes we are left unfinished. If you've ever lost yourself in a dream, hit like. If you're not ready for this show to end, leave a comment below. Which Endless is your favorite? And if you want to explore the comics or the wild mythology behind the Sandman, we've got a video for that too. Subscribe, and let's keep the dream alive.